should be common sense.
Well,
Like
right.
I don't expect to move to a different country and be a part of their like political sphere, like at all. And dude, it's just so crazy to me that like as much as I love Arnold Schwarzenegger, he was the
Hmm.
governor of our second largest fucking state, bro.
Yeah,
Like people like Ilhan Omar and
she's out.
like
Ted
yeah, like
Cruz,
dude, yeah,
Marco
Tel Aviv
Rubio,
Ted. I mean Tel Aviv Ted. I mean, bro, he talks about Israel more than he
way too
talks about
much.
Texas, bro. And he's, one of the senators from Texas. Seems like you should talk about Texas a little bit more than you talk about, a foreign country the size of New Jersey. But I don't know.
Do you know
Seems
what he's
common
make?
sense to me.
Do you know what he's making a year on from APAC?
Oh, bro. They,
He's he's making
I,
millions. Here,
I
Ted
know they
Cruz.
donated something like 30 million or something to his campaign, this last one for Senate. When he went up against Robert Francis O'Rourke, that they call Beto.
Mm-hmm.
Bro,
Beto.
dude, do you know the story behind that dude though? Like even his
Mm-mm.
parents have come out to like news sources like I don't know where the Beto thing comes from.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Robert Francis O'Rourke, like the most Irish name that you can have.
O'Rourke. Michael Francis O'Rourke.
Robert Francis O'Rourke.
Ted Cruz is making 1.8 million dollars from APAC.
Well, it explains why a lot of these
It
people.
explains why.
Well, I mean, Ted Cruz among all the others of the political world, they make $178,000 a year.
Yeah.
Like you go in there over a 10-year period, and then like some of these people are like just average middle class people like you or me
Mm-hmm.
that make $178,000 a year for a decade, and all of a sudden they're worth 50, $100 million. You're like,
Sure.
okay, well, that doesn't math, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like at
Yeah.
all. You know,
Nancy Pelosi. Yeah. She's
well,
fucking
and two,
crazy.
like, I guess, like some people, like, you know, like I guess, average, like median household or whatever that's like between 50 and $70,000 a year. Like, oh, well, if I
Mm-hmm.
made $100,000 more a year, I could just invest it all and win on all my investments, and maybe I
Mm-hmm.
could be at a tenth of that number. But like,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't math.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So yeah, they're not only insider trading, but they're getting rich off of these. APAC
It's a
is,
fucking business. It's a
bro.
business.
Well, it's a big money laundering operation, bro. Like if you think about it, with APAC especially, dude, Israel
Yeah.
doesn't exist without our tax dollars, right? So we can funnel what $32 billion or whatever a year that we give to Israel,
Mm-hmm.
like, and we give it to them as a loan, but as like ceremony or you know what a precedent, we forgive that loan
Mm-hmm.
every year when we do our budget. They invest a great deal of that money into bonds
Mm-hmm.
that they make interest off of.
Right.
It funds
Right.
their whole fucking country. So
It's
they
a
have
Ponzi
all
scheme.
this money
Mm-hmm.
then to pump into our government. And so it's like, huh, if I wanted to make it seem like I wasn't doing anything nefarious here, I would just loan this foreign government money that we're biblically
Right.
inclined to support. somehow. The country that was nation state of Israel that was founded in 1948. I would funnel money into that country, forgive it every year, but then, you know, they can create these super PACs or whatever they want to donate to politicians of the much more powerful country that gives us the money every year. And we could create more money.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it's the biggest fucking scam, bro.
Yeah.
And why it doesn't infuriate more people is fucking beyond me,
Yeah. I don't know.
dude.
I don't know. It's beyond
It
me.
should piss everyone off, bro.
Real quick before I forget, shout out to Jean, the lady I met the other night, who's trying
Okay.
to. She's getting signatures to pass this bill in Washington, the IL 26-638, protecting fairness in girls' sports, keeping the males out of women's sports and women's locker rooms, and also the bill IL 26-001, strengthening communication between parents and schools. The schools are not informing the parents of their children's activities during the day, kind of keeping them in the dark. So if people want to go out and vote in Washington for that, if you're a Washington resident, please.
Hell yeah. Well, dude, let's shout that out.
Yeah. So Jean,
And
she was
when we
hella
clip
cool.
it, let's put a link to it when we clip
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
YouTube and all this other, Instagram and all that other stuff later. Definitely clip it and make sure they get their proper shout out, bro.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the other thing is like why the obsession with putting men and women's sports, and if you want to dress like a dude, sure, whatever, but don't try to force it on a kid, and
Like,
don't you know what I mean?
buddy, if you want to wear a dress in the
Yeah,
comforts of your own home, or if you want to go to the grocery store wearing a dress and get fucking stared at and ridiculed, that's the thing though. The ridicule has gone away, and
yeah,
all the anti-bullying shit that we go to, like, not that anybody likes bullies. Like, nobody thought that the Cobra Kai dudes were the good guys in the Karate Kid or anything, but we don't teach people to just stand up to the bully anymore. And which is what I would more advocate for, more than anti-bullying. But we don't publicly shame these people. It's like you would be afraid to walk out of your house like that when we were kids because of the
yeah,
public shame
yeah,
and whatnot. It's just like, oh, mind your own business. Don't say anything. You don't want it's just the not saying anything shit is ruining the fucking world, bro. We've got to a point where we've been so fucking tolerant of every fucking thing that, like,
that there's
it's
72 genders now
well,
recognized
I
by the
mean,
fucking.
well, only 72 PK, you fucking bigot.
I know. I'm probably lowball. I'm probably lowballing. I feel terrible.
Bro, gender is an ever evolving spectrum. Like, they just put everything they
Yeah.
want to not explain on some sort of spectrum. And then,
Tra-
it's,
Genders
bro,
transcending.
well, it's transcending, it's ever evolving. You can be a pansexual, which I'm not even really quite clear on what that means exactly,
Yeah.
but you're attracted to cookware or, I don't know, but
Gordon Ramsay's ceramic.
bro, you're a pansexual. Like, dude, what self-respecting person would call themselves a pansexual?
Yeah. Oh. I'm just attracted to
Dog.
whatever. It doesn't really matter. It just
Whatever, dudes,
whatever.
chicks,
Whatever, dude. It's chill.
fucking, my desk,
Computer.
coat
Yeah.
closet, whatever. But dog, it's gotten so fucking out of hand. But no, what I was going to talk about too, because like I know on a couple of our podcasts, like we've gone into like a lot of race shit and whatnot like that, and like I do want to clarify that I think hating somebody just because they're a certain race or some shit like that, that's
Is
pretty low.
hilarious. Oh,
Well,
lower
it
class.
is
That's what I was gonna.
hilarious.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say too.
Well, it's hilarious and whatnot to joke about,
Yeah.
and all that other shit. But like,
Yeah.
you know, I don't
Yeah.
think that there's a whole lot of like just bout that life. Like, I don't want to eat at this restaurant because there's black people there, or
Yeah. Well,
whatever
we saw a
type.
lot of that in prison. Yeah.
Right. But like the low IQ racism and
Mm-hmm.
whatever is one thing. The
Mm-hmm.
like being honest about crime statistics or
Mm-hmm.
like certain people are good at this and certain people are good at that and like
Mm-hmm.
having a conversation about it is an entirely different thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, obviously I think America belongs to white and black people. We were the only people here fucking, even up to like 60 years ago. You know,
Yeah. And then we
it's
have
our
we
fucking
have the
country.
we have the natives too, but
We conquered their ass, bro. It's just like, I mean, really on the cool, England belonged to the fucking Celts, you
yeah.
know, 1,000 years ago till the Romans came in and conquered them. And oh,
Scotland.
there's
Yeah.
not a piece of dirt on God's green earth
Yeah.
ain't been taken from somebody else.
Right.
And you know, with all of that, like it's just how we move forward as a country and whatnot is it's gotten to a certain point of like overcorrection with a lot of shit that like now it's like dude we sort of have to be honest with each other if we want anything to change. Does that make sense?
Right. Right.
And like just because you fucking bust somebody's balls, like if I bust your balls because you're fucking half black,
Mm-hmm.
I love your motherfucking half black ass. And I think you're one of the best dudes I know. All
Yeah.
right? But
Period.
I'll
Yeah.
make fun of your black half, and
Sure.
me and your white half will laugh about it or whatever. And like telling jokes like that isn't fucking racist. It's just funny as
It's
fuck.
funny. Well, yeah, the beauty of
You
that
know?
is like, I grew up on both sides of the tracks. Like I see both sides and y'all are both fucked up. And like I more than anyone can advocate towards that like as I've seen like the hypocrisy and the double standards of both sides and it's funny. It's fun being in my position. It really is.
I bet, man. You got
Yeah.
the best of both worlds, man.
Yeah.
Got the athletic ability of a black guy and the intelligence of a white guy, like all
I
that.
mean, hey, wait a minute. I know some pretty intelligent black people. Yeah,
Well,
black people are
fucking heck.
intelligent. Black, I mean,
I'm
it's literally. I know you're joking. I
I'm
know
pretty
you're
sure
joking.
Ben Carson could fucking school my ass at some other shit, but
Yeah, I know you're joking. No, we've been making fun of hillbillies for eons. You know what I mean? So it's
Right.
along the same line. It's along the same line. You know what I mean? We're the same, same, but different, but still same.
Yeah. Well, and like I think it's funny, like this whole other shit though with especially like immigrant and what's happening in like Michigan and Minnesota and
Minnesota.
whatnot
Mm-hmm.
with all the like
Calls to
basically
prayer.
Islamic State of
The,
of freaking Minnesota,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
It's a lot of this shit is creating like the let's go create white communities. Like,
Mm-hmm.
dude, have you fuck, I forget what it's called, but the people in Arkansas that they
Mm-hmm.
created their all white community in Arkansas. It's like 65 people or some shit. It's
Mm-hmm.
not like, they're about to go take over the world or anything, but
Mm-hmm.
like it was like a month ago, viral everywhere, bro. And they're like, oh, I can't believe this racist and bringing Jim Crow back. And I'm like, they're like 65 white people that want to live by themselves. Does it really fucking bother you that much? Like,
No.
because there was like the Freedom, Georgia, that they started like six, 6, 7 years ago.
Yeah.
There was a black community in the same thing, and like the news applauded it and
Hmm.
all that other shit, as they will. But does anybody give a fuck if somebody
No.
wants to buy a piece of property and have whoever the fuck they want to live there live there? Why the fuck does anybody care?
No one should.
No
If you
one
want
should.
to live in a nudist colony, go live on a nudist colony. You want to join a cult, go join a cult. Like it should.
If it's on
Nobody
your
has
own
problems.
property, on your own property. Everybody is there by their own free will.
Hmm.
They're all adults. Like you're
Hmm.
not hurting like children or
Right.
something that people need to protect or whatever.
Yeah.
Then who the fuck cares, bro?
Yeah. I'm surprised it's even. Well, I'm not surprised that it's a point of contention in the media today because fucking
Oh,
what is it?
dude,
But
the media.
there's the double standard though. It's like okay, we're gonna pay attention to these 65 people, but we're not gonna talk about the LDS church that wants to like get 15 wives on a compound and you know it's
And bro, hey,
fucking
dude,
I don't know.
you're
Marry them
you're
off at 12.
You're from Spokane, bro.
Yeah.
So you grew up around Mormons too.
Hey, I was
As
married to
I
one.
did,
It's hey
bro.
look, but
Dog,
there's two different kinds.
that's cult. That's cult
Yeah.
shit.
I call them the Mormon
But
Mafia, dude. They're connected.
oh,
Shout
dog.
out to all the Mormons out there.
Hey,
No
I
hate.
love you. All right,
Yeah.
all my Mormon homies. All right,
Yeah, no hate,
you
but
know.
they're connected. They have their own singles group. They have their own like unemployment office. They'll help you find a job. They'll do your laundry. They'll mow your lawn. They're nice people. They're really nice people, but
They are, and they
they're
stick
really
together.
they're really yeah.
They stick
Yep.
together, and that's the thing about
That's the
like
thing.
homogenous communities,
Mm-hmm.
whatever you want to call it. There has to be like in a community a certain amount of trust, and when it's multicultural, like it could be multiracial or whatever. When you're talking about like a like religious homogeny or cultural
Mm-hmm.
homogeny, like that can be cohesive as it's been like proven like in spite of all of our like human nature in America up until like the last like 40, 50 years or so with
Mm-hmm.
multiculturalism. Multiculturalism cannot survive. There has to be some level of homogeny and whatnot. And the Mormons, they stick together, bro.
Yeah, they
And
do. I like that.
there's a level of trust there
Mm-hmm.
because you all have a cultural cohesiveness,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense.
Unity. No, yeah,
Yeah.
it's they all come together around one solid idea, and they can be whoever they want. But that one thing's for sure is like we're in this together, and like we're not gonna let anybody push us around. That's
Right.
how they were. No, the story of the history of the Mormons is so interesting to me because that's literally they had to fight off the Indians. They've had to like battle the government. They've had to like move to Mexico just so that they can have do what they want to do. And then they go to Mexico, and now they have to battle the cartels because the cartels are trying to like impose on their shit. And they're like,
Oh, dude,
no,
did you ever
they're
watch
locked
that
and
Netflix?
loaded. They're locked and
Oh,
loaded
dude.
down there.
Oh, bro. Well, dude, did you ever watch that series, Netflix, the American Primeval?
Hmm.
Oh,
I haven't
dude, that
seen
shit.
it. I haven't seen it.
Oh, dude, no, it's fucking savage. It's a lot about like the frontier and the Mormons on the frontier and shit,
Yeah, yeah,
And it takes place in Utah, like Utah, southern Idaho,
yep.
like in that area
Mormon
where I
country.
mean, it, dude, it is Mormon for sure. And dude, Spokane, northern
Hmm.
Idaho, fucking
Hmm.
huge Mormon populations. Like my
Hmm.
best friend in high school was Mormon, bro,
Hmm.
and their family in a lot of those families. And then there's those compounds though in like
Hmm.
southern Idaho
Hmm.
and Utah that have broke off from the LDS that are
Yeah.
like still practice polygamy and all that other
Hmm.
shit. But like Mormons are still kind of down with them,
Hmm.
because they're not they
Hmm.
publicly shun and denounce them,
Hmm.
but they're sort of down with them, sort of like the nice Muslims,
Hmm.
you know, they publicly shamed the, I'm gonna wear a fucking TikTok bomb vest on my chest,
Yeah.
Muslims, but they're really kind of down with them. They don't.
Yeah. No, because they know when
Not
shit hits the fan, they're front line. They're the ones that
right.
are ready. They're about it.
That's yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah, they're with all
that's
this shit for sure.
it is. So I mean, like, I really think you know, like the form of segregation that we had in America, like back in the 50s or whatever the fuck before, like that's like not what I'm talking about or advocating for. People sort of naturally segregate anyway
Right.
into their own groups, and in America, we have we have so many races in America that it's not like it's more of a cultural cohesiveness, and that
Mm-hmm.
culture is around like Christian values.
Mm-hmm.
Like no
Originally,
matter
yeah.
what, like the fucking black guy across the street, I might think his kid's stealing my kid's bike, but when shit hits the fan, at least we're both with
Yeah.
God or whatever.
Yeah.
But to really make a joke about it or be minimalistic about it. But when when it comes down to it, when there's like 13 different cultures in a neighborhood, that neighborhood ain't gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
It's and like it baffles me that people have a problem with people wanting to live around people that have their own values, or like
Yeah.
our recent school board election, like here in my local area, when like the Al Haq Bobby or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
like some Rodriguez or whatever defeated her in the election, whatever, and people like, oh, people didn't vote for Al Haq Bobby because she's Muslim.
Duh.
So,
No,
like,
I'd be like, what
like
the fuck?
people in the comments on the thing on Facebook were like, if people didn't do it just because of her religion, that's messed up. But I'm like, why is that messed up? Why is it messed up to
You
not
don't know
want
why.
Muslims on your kid's school board?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, why is that a controversial hot take?
I guess you'd
It
have to see
shouldn't be.
like what they're planning to do, like what their vision is going forward. Like, despite them being Muslim or whatever, it
That
really
goes
boils
with
down to like
that goes with the
what.
level of trust, though. We're
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
in a community. You have to have a certain level of trust that you have the same values as me. Like when it
Yeah.
comes down to it, like we might disagree about this, that, or the other thing, but we have the same set of core principles and values.
Sure.
And
Yep.
if I can't trust your core set of principles and values, like I don't want you as a leader of my community, and I don't think that's a bad thing to fucking say. And I think it's weird that people do, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely think that our values as a nation has strayed from what it was originally founded on.
Well, yeah, sure. We just have way too many sets of values. Like,
Yeah.
and we have way too many different cultures and
Yeah.
whatnot that aren't assimilating to our culture. Like,
Right.
it was different. Like, when you just mass migrate people without any end in sight,
Mm-hmm.
like, people aren't going to assimilate to the
Mm-mm.
culture. They're just going to bring enough of their people
Yeah.
to where they have their own subculture
Mm-hmm.
within your culture
Mm-hmm.
to where they can try to take it over eventually. Like
Yeah.
that's suicide to any culture or country.
Yeah.
But you can't bring that many people from one culture
Mm-hmm.
and expect it not to take over or dilute yours. You you just can't. That's suicide.
Well, a good example is like take the homeless community up here. We didn't have a homeless problem like this 20 years ago. They started pumping them in from
Didn't have it
Seattle
10
by
years
ways
ago.
of by ways of Portland, by ways of the Bay Area, by ways of LA. They
Yeah.
migrate, they
Yes,
travel, and if it's
for
willingly
sure.
or like they are like, hey, get on this bus, it's going up north. You know, it's summertime, and you're gonna have fun. You got all the support. It's a sanctuary city if you're not from this country, and so we have now we've just kind of I wouldn't say we've accepted it, but it's expected to if you go downtown you're gonna see human shit on the sidewalk, and I don't
It's
want
so
to live
fucked
in a
up.
neighborhood. Yeah, I shouldn't have
Nobody
to
wants to
tolerate
live in
that.
that shit.
I shouldn't have to tolerate it though, you know what I
No,
mean? But
you
it's all
shouldn't.
it's implied that you tolerate and be kind and be generous to these people when they are being planted, essentially, much
Right.
like they did with the immigrants.
Well, dude, that the mental health and homeless crisis go hand in hand. We
Hmm.
shut down mental asylums,
Hmm.
all right, where a lot of these people that are speaking to the fucking trees or,
Hmm.
talking to the side of the building downtown
Hmm.
and shitting on the sidewalk belong in a padded fucking room in a
Could be
mental.
getting the help. Yeah, it could be getting the help they need. That would be
Right.
the charitable. That would be the considerate thing to do. But they don't. They turn a blind eye. That's crazy.
Maybe we should quit sending $32 billion
To
that we
Israel.
forgive every year to a certain foreign country
Yeah.
and maybe take care of our own country. Dude, our
Yeah.
foreign fucking policy and foreign aid policy in
Hmm.
particular is like if my house was in foreclosure and I couldn't pay my own fucking bills, if
Hmm.
I was paying all of my neighbors' bills
Hmm.
and letting my own house go to
Hmm.
shambles,
Yeah.
that's
Right.
our foreign policy, dude.
Yeah. And
It's
more
fucking
recently,
ridiculous.
we've been giving Ukraine more money than we have Israel, but over the long period, it's been by large Israel receiving all the government funding, our taxpayer dollars. So it's crazy. I don't know. I don't know how to get around that one.
Oh,
There's
yeah, let's
gonna
take
be.
a 10-minute charge pause here.
All right, bro.
You want that?
Yep.